Can you put the Game Boy?
Am I up? Hello?
How are you guys doing?
I don't think. Wait.
We already have the character select screen behind us. We are literally inside of the Wii U.
We're in Smash. We are in Smash.
No, you got to do our pose.
I feel like
West Tower.
Twelly.
Beans! Dabbing's
Alright.
dead, though. For nowadays, I might cop the chew that.
So I already feel
Yeah,
really pumped
alright.
right now. Like, I'm not going to sing for you guys, but like the fact that I'm holding the mic, I already feel some type of way. But everyone's good with it. We're going to kick off this show. Thank you guys for all the people that are already running it back for episode 2. If you want to check the VODs, last week we had Wadi for the numero uno in our region, capping it off for that episode 1. But episode 2, we got the Young Beans.
Hello.
Charlottesville's own, a big time friend of mine for at least like, first time I met you, I want to say was
At least 2
SmashCon.
days we've been friends.
At least 2 days.
Yeah.
At least 2 days.
But already, before I even forget, so you can follow myself at WesTweli. You can follow West Tower, CG Zone, West Tower, at West Tower. And then you can follow Beans. Your Twitter is Party in a Box?
Party in a box.
Party in a Box. And we already got, I mean, there might as well be a party ball animation in the background. Because it is going to be a party. But yeah, capping it off, thank you guys for staying tuned for that exciting cave bracket. I guess I'll start it off with an interview. Beans, how are you enjoying your cave experience so far? This is your first time?
Yes.
This is your very first cave.
It is my very first cave, and this building is awesome, in my opinion. It's really
That's
sick.
what I was going to wonder because, so this whole time I thought you were F-Bird. And
No.
And I'm thinking, like, all right, so if he's Centerville, why do I never see him at the Fantastic and the cave just making a run in brackets?
I know, right? I'm a little far off. I'm in Central Virginia, Charlottesville.
Yep.
The sound stopped, but it's okay. But can you hear me, West Tower?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. Anyway, Central Virginia. It was chill though. The audio,
chill.
it was chill. But from Central VA, Charlottesville, and this is like 2 hours away from me. So
okay.
I can't
Yeah,
come out here
yeah.
like super often, but I'm gonna try to this summer with us, like eventually with my friend Cullen. We're both gonna try and come out here to Fantastic, to Xanadu.
Nice.
We're just gonna camp out in Nova and then drive back
Nice.
to town at the end of the week. It'll be lit. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Because people like that, Sova, they would used to do that over the summer. They take full advantage of out of school or people that have their time off because, hey, summer break. Let's just go out and play Smash for like 2 weeks straight, going to these tournaments being fiends. Because MDVA, you have that luxury to have a tournament after tournament after tournament.
Yeah, day after day after
Yeah,
day.
like if you want to grind, you definitely can. I mean, even Zephyr, the king of the grind, already back here at the cave. And
On his
as
hiatus.
As if he never left. But
Yeah.
so I guess I guess I want to talk about the first time I ran into you.
Mhm.
I believe I was I almost wore. Actually, I should have done that. I almost wore the crisp yellow volunteer shirt that I got at SmashCon.
I didn't get my yellow one.
Oh yeah, I was like,
I'm pretty sure I ran your pool. Were you in the pool with Ally and like the 3 DDDs?
yes,
That was
Jesus
a wild
Christ.
pool.
they
It
were
was Ally.
3D. One of the DDDs made it out.
Yeah,
Believe
that
it or
dude was a legend.
Yeah.
What was nutty too was even Ally was like giving DDD advice to all the DDDs.
Change
that I didn't know
character.
Ally
No,
had.
no.
I was doing that thing where I was like, is this what all top players do? Like, do they just know everything? Because he had some next level advice, and I was like, also a little bit like, can you stop? Because I don't want to see DDD mains get super good. I mean, that's a spooky character.
I love DDD.
At the ledge, he's horrifying.
I love
Yeah,
DDD,
for sure.
man.
But I don't know. Describe, I guess, your SmashCon experience in general. I don't know.
So it was weird because like SmashCon was like I guess my first like big regional,
National.
right? National, yeah. So like I wasn't having like tournament nerves or anything because it's weird because I went to like just roll with it recently and like for some reason I had like a lot of nerves, but I was more naive back then, I guess. I didn't like overthink things. I was like, I'm at Super Smash Con. There's Melee. There's 64. There's tons
it's a
of
great
It's a
games.
celebration of Smash. Like,
Pretty much.
how
yeah.
serious can this be?
So I had to wake up early, so I was too
Yeah.
tired to be shook. I had like a Jink McDonald's, like.
You see, that's when it's good, when you're too tired to be shook or you're so tired that you're really shook.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's
at least you
scary.
got the first end of it. So.
Yeah. So I had breakfast, and I was like, all right,
Breakfast very important.
time to play. And I lost to like. Okay, so my game was against the Kirby, and in my mind, I'm like, wow, Kirby Rex Falcon, which is still like partially true because he's small,
Yeah.
but you just got to play lame and spam back airs, I think.
Yep.
So I beat the Kirby. I was like, cool. I almost lost to a scrubby Kirby. No offense to that Kirby. He doesn't remember
out
me.
there. He's in the
He's
chat
he's
right
out.
now.
He's watching.
He's in the
just
chat
like,
right now.
This man.
Plot twist. It was West Tower the whole time.
I used Mario that whole tournament. There's no way it was me.
bad life decisions.
Oh, am I talking about like just my run or just SmashCon overall? Oh, it was nice. I'm going back this year. Like
Oh,
for sure.
it was nice enough. I'm just like I'm gonna go back. Anyways, I lost to like I had to fight one of the really scary DDDs. Barely won, and then I lost to a Fox, and that's when I discovered fair footstool existed.
Yeah.
I was young in the game. Yes.
I was young
And that
naive.
Battlefield is a really good Fox stage. So, play to learn. I personally I used to do like no research in this game. I just jumped in and learned. Yeah. And that's when I learned the bad stuff.
I believe you started with Melee first, correct?
Yes, I did.
Just
I played.
like myself?
So, West did you play Melee?
Yeah.
Nice.
So the thing is, because I always ask when people when they go from Melee to Smash 4, you don't hear that.
Yeah.
Again, they stick with Smash 4. So, like, what about Smash 4, I guess, pulls you in, makes you want to keep playing,
appealing about
get better about it?
I'm better at it.
Fair enough.
I'm better at it than Melee.
I don't know.
But Fox and Melee is super technical. I play Luigi like at the moment, kind of, and I used to dabble in Sheik back when I first started because Sheik's like easy entry-level character.
Maybe a more important question: what's made you stick? I mean, there's many reasons why we're still playing this game. I mean, it's 2017. This game's about 2.5 years old. I mean, there's better things we could probably be doing with our time.
For sure.
For sure. But I don't know, like what has been appealing over the long time? Like what keeps you coming back, like running it back week after week to all these locals?
Running it back. Name drop.
New drinking game. Every time we plug the Runback within a phrase, you just have to take a shot, and then
we need to actually do that one day.
You run out of alcohol.
There is a bar just outside of the cave.
Run out of alcohol, you're gonna have to run back to the store.
The Runback After Hours edition. Oh my god.
So we need to do that one night.
That'll be nutty. Anyway.
What was the sense of improvement, man? Like anytime like I used to get like shook. I'd be like, oh no, a PR player. And now I'm just like, oh, it's just a Cloud. Or like, oh, it's just like a Wario, you know?
Yeah.
Speaking of PR players, though, one of the reasons why I wanted to get you on the PR, I mean, I'm looking at IO.
No way, I'm not getting on the PR.
No.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted to get me on the PR. I'm like,
said,
no.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I've done nothing of relevance.
So I've seen at Sage Madison. We'll talk about Sage in a second. But at Sage Madison, a tournament that doesn't really matter for the PR. You can. It's like if a PR player loses in the middle of the forest and nobody's around to watch the set other than myself. It doesn't really happen. But things that did happen.
What number is
2 wins over Viceroy.
They're turning you up right now.
Double C.
Yeah.
The
Thank you, Double C. I was about to.
But I guess because they can hear you, I don't know. Describe.
That's much better.
Do I tell you about Twice Roy?
Yeah, you can talk about Twice Roy. You can talk about your win over Iota when you played him for the second time at Xanadu, or whatever win that you feel in your heart was well deserved. Because I've seen you make those plays.
Oh, like, no, and
none were well deserved.
No, that's the thing. It's
because you're moving it back and forth.
Heard.
You're swaying your mic, Mike.
Yeah.
But someone's popping off.
Yeah, we still have the Fiends playing,
of course,
trying to get better. Summer Smash.
So it's weird because like Falcon's like a character, like you get one read off stage, you down air him and you win.
Yeah.
So deserved is like a funny word to me. But
I mean, hey, you made.
But I mean, it's hype though. Like when you get it, you're just like, did I deserve that? And you're like, yeah, I read him. But so it's like old news now. I don't like I kind of like trying to think ahead, but my PR wins consist of 2 Viceroy Ws. Where I guess I'm technically like 2-1 against Viceroy because he beat me the first time we played, gave me advice, and then I beat him twice. I was like, cool. Well, I guess 2-2. I might be wrong. We're either even or I'm up 1. So I beat Viceroy twice. Viceroy's Rosa. And then I beat Iota at Xanadu. And he played Wario and Mewtwo.
Yeah.
So I did that. That was cool.
Any other, I guess, mid-level players? I know I see you so often at Anvil as well. I mean,
I've taken games off of Zephyr and some, like, I don't want to count friendlies though, but I did pretty well today.
Yeah, let's talk about that too. I saw first thing you told me, you beat Nazo, who is a great Sonic, does really
very
well.
fun Sonic to watch.
Little bro of Zerom as well, but that's a big win. And then you were able
cousin, but basically.
Basically,
yeah.
Relative.
Yeah, I mean, like when you're with them as much as they are, you're basically brothers. Like.
Yeah. So that was super hype, and then also, you went and you beat Darkflame, and then I kind of lost track of you, which I was okay with because you were lost in the Smash.
I was lost in the Smash,
lost in the sauce, man.
It kind of sucks because I lost to people. I lost to Zephyr in round 2 because seeding, and I lost to Sci-Fire. So it's like I lost to Anvil people. Yeah,
yeah, that's a little unfortunate, but I mean that's still a pretty good run, especially for an introductory tournament. Normally, when I first go to a tournament, I suck.
It's like 1-2.
I have to get adjusted to the venue. I'm just like, I don't know. I've never sat in these DX racers before. Like,
I think I got like.
I think my ass is a little bit too comfortable.
Too comfortable, yeah. I mean, those are problems that we have with the cave.
This is completely random, but like when you sit down like for a game and these chairs, like the backs like go back. I'm like, do I lean forward? Because if I lean forward, I feel like I'm floating. But if I
see, for me, like if they have the lumbar, I'm definitely just putting this all the way up because I'm like this anyway.
They adjust. All right.
But yeah.
But scoot back a little bit, man.
Oh, my
We're all
bad.
Shout out to
homies
the
here.
X-Racer, by the way, for hooking us all with these chairs.
Yeah. So, I mean, other than that, pretty exciting turnout today. Oh, and another thing that I want to talk about.
Oh, it was stacked today too.
It was
Felt
stacked today.
yeah.
Like it was, I told people like it was definitely a super cave. About once every month, there's like a cave weekly that everyone was at.
All the homies were
and
at.
all the homies were here today, pretty much. Which I feel bad because if you're sitting at home, you might have not been here. But you guys are still homies as well. But there was a lot of top level talent today too. So it was all pretty. I don't know, the fact that you made the run that you did, especially at like a stack tournament like today, man. For the first time. I mean, big ups to you.
It was nice.
But I guess taking a break from talking about the competitive aspect of Beans recently, and I think you're becoming more and more well known for two things. One, your commentary, especially at Anvil, whenever I see you on commentary. But also, let's talk about the streaming game. Because you have Party. By the way, twitch.tv.
Very fun stream to be in, actually.
It's a fun stream. I mean, it's improving every day too. It's a little jank, but like it is.
Oh yes.
But that's the best part, and it's
very like homemade, like.
Homemade. You can tell
atmosphere,
it's made with love. But can I talk about your what made you want to get into streaming? I don't know.
Oh man, what did make me want to get into streaming? I actually can't remember. Hold on.
That's it, right?
What's up?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Everything good?
Want to make sure I got it completely right.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, that's my Twitch stream. I play Smash for glory. I mostly like. I don't see it as like training sesh. I play for fun. The only time I've done like a training sesh, which is also for fun, is like when I have people over. I've only done one stream with my friend Colin, who's come over.
Yeah.
Like real life Smash is like the grind. Online Smash is like for fun, hanging out with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how you have to
also
treat
like
it.
experimenting, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Because you can't take it too seriously. You'll get salty.
Yeah.
That's not a good time.
But I don't know. I think what I've realized, and I think what's kept me coming back, and also kept new viewers coming back, because you've only been doing it for a pretty short period. But I think you have a really genuine personality.
That's what I was saying.
And it's really.
Because I'd be lurking. Because sometimes I'll just be like looking at like streams. I'll be just sleeping in like, oh man, who's streaming? Oh,
Party in a box.
Party in Box streaming.
But I don't know.
Just saying like.
I think
entertaining.
when other people are really trying to push some sort of aspect of their personality and project whatever type of way that they want to be on stream, I feel like you take a different approach. And I guess Bishop's already saying it. Beans has the memes.
Beans
but also
has the memes.
more than the memes. I don't know, man. You just have like a personality that's like, I don't know. It's really authentic. I just like a lot of people just hanging around, wanting to chill. Like it's not. I don't know. How would you describe your audience and like the joys that you get from streaming?
I remember when I started streaming, like I streamed like one like night and it was completely dead, and I was like, "Fuck." Okay, so I'll give you a brief timeline of my streaming. So
there we go.
I think I was streaming not Smash. I remember one night specifically, I bought my mic cable at a Best Buy. The guy at Best Buy is like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Hey, I stream." I don't know why I told him I stream, but I bought the mic cable for streaming somehow, and he followed me, and I was like, "Cool." And I played Overwatch, but I did like streaming from the PS4, so it had like the jank like black background or whatever, and it had like the chat on the side, and he tuned in. I was like, "Oh, dude, what's up?" And so just interacting with that one guy was like, "Oh, hype." And so then I started streaming Smash, and I was like, "Oh, I'll tell Smash homies, maybe they'll be interested in watching or want to play," because like when I do Discord with you guys or just whatever, it's like fun because I'm just talking to people, hanging out at the comfort of my home,
hanging out with the homies.
But it's just really nice,
Yeah, I think JKS in the chat nailed it. The beans on stream is the exact same beans you get IRL.
Pretty much.
Speaking of which, so I guess like some of the.
I guess I'm likable.
I guess
I would
like
say.
me.
Yeah.
But so I guess bringing it back to Mantis for a little bit, because that's where I saw you pretty consistently, and I was really proud of Charlottesville making deep runs for a while.
Yeah.
Like Sage Mantis was getting 35, 36 entrants just on a consistent weekly basis. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Sage Nation.
Sage Nation.
Which is weird. I feel like we shouldn't call like Sage the person, Sage the store. How do we separate the two?
You can't separate it. It's the same thing. If the store is janking you out, it's Sage. And if Sage is janking you out, it's the store as well.
Yeah.
It's one entity. But and we'll talk more about the Viking funeral that we're going to have, because that's going to be amazing.
Viking funeral.
It's a Viking funeral for sure. That's how lit it's going to be.
Explain what a Viking funeral is.
Viking funeral is when we take the edgy dark pit arrow and we fire and we say, hey man, we've had 86 mantises. They were all fun. They were all jank. We had a great thing going. But sometimes it kind of got murdered. It got moved to a Saturday event time, which is just really frustrating already, because Friday nights we were the only local on Friday other than TGS, which you had to drive 2.5 hours down south.
And there's more just Smash people like Nova and RVA. F Berg.
I was gonna say Dark Pit's arrow is so slow that you have time to say all of what you just said before it hits them.
It actually releases. But honestly, Sage is it's a great venue, right? And it's not the venue at all. It's the people. Shout outs to RVA as well. I mean Archie, Indigo as well. Panda coming in from Culpeper. West Tower definitely made it down for a few as well. I remember when Waddy won with Mies, and then we
that was the first one we went to. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna get the grand finals and go with the me. Just kind of mess with Double C.
Oh yeah, we're messing with Double C too. But
that's when the meme started.
That was so funny though.
But like,
I'm sorry, Double C, but that was.
I told you the me thing. Because you said from Double C's point of view it was the right thing to do. But from my point of view, as someone who didn't go to Sage that much at the time, and I saw people complaining about Sage, like complaining about me's pretty much, I was like advertising my own term, like, hey guys, we have me's. Like I had no regard for anything.
Yeah. But I guess, okay, so already, I mean, the mod in the chat, our executive producer, Double C, I really am thankful for him coming through week in, week out, and honestly dealing with a lot of the things that behind the scenes you didn't see as much.
Oh, Double C is like a god.
He is a god. He is actually like, what did we do to deserve Double C in this community? Like, Double C is the perfect example of a dude
PJ Salt and a Kappa.
PJ Salt and a Kappa. Let's go. Double C is the
You're gonna
perfect.
say Double
the perfect
C is
example.
the perfect human specimen, and that's like the end of this.
Perfection incarnate.
All we're saying is we appreciate. Like I put it simple. I get this from my friend Wizro.
Yep.
We appreciate you as a human being and
For
existing
sure.
and living.
And he took going from a keyboard warrior chilling in every single Twitch chat ever, similar to Dark Wizzy, but he got involved. He started Sage originally when they first switched over. We had this lame TO that was running amok, and then Double C's like, I'm 17, I can run a random tournament.
There was
every
a TO
single
before
week.
Chris.
Yes, there was a TO before Chris.
I had no idea.
Double C actually knocked me out of my first Mantis tournament when I played Sheik. I have multiple first tournaments because I also had another one the first time I played Rob. In an alternate universe, I am a Sheik main, and I am doing excellent. We talk about Archie, we talk about Scarlet, and then we talk about Twelly.
Actually, no. In that alternate universe, you're like, who's Archie? Who's Scarlet?
Yeah.
Because I'm the best. Who's Mr. R?
It would have been
Who are
so
they?
good
Void.
because I took all of my the reason I played Sheik was I was like, I
Text
came
skill.
in with my meleeness, and I said, look, man, this is the only melee character in the game, especially pre-patch.
The only melee character in the game.
I mean,
was.
No,
if you do ask like a lot of melee players, they're like, who would you play?
Yeah, the
Sheik.
Probably Sheik.
Sheik, yeah.
Probably versions are super sick.
Probably
the combo
Sheik.
game, there's a lot to that character. But the frog came through and whooped me. Like 3-stocked
The
me because
frog
we had Virginia
killed
rules. We had
the
3.
frog.
The frog.
I mean, the frogs have been killed.
His forward air is
Greninja
fierce.
Saga kind of killed the frogs.
But and it was. I think what's really nice about Mantis is that, and I guess as we're gonna have more closing words and closing thoughts when we say our final goodbyes to that venue. But I think part of the reason and the reason that I was thanking you is that venue. It was about the people. Like literally, like everything in the world is like fighting against you at Sage of Mantis. You have a cat that walks in front of you while you're playing your set. Boss is smoking dank vape clouds. You know what I mean? It smells like it's like a dungeon. And there's card shops that are happening. You look to the right and there's like weird anime figures and like all this. It's just
Some of the stuff I wanted to buy.
Everyone's clamoring around the 3 setups
Also,
available.
Firewater. You did miss the announcement. I'm gonna try to finish like a few more questions with Beans, then we'll drop it. But thank you for.
Oh, I was about to say.
looking
I was gonna ask you, like, when are we gonna do that announcement?
We're gonna pepper it in. I'm trying to get the stew going.
Got to season it, man.
And I'm trying to also
Stir the pot, man.
stir the pot a little bit.
Stir the pot.
I guess transitioning though, because that's when I think I had a really pivotal night. It was you, myself. Shout outs to Lousy Panda, the homie,
Lousy
and
Panda.
it was Indigo. And I don't know why we always go to cookout
The cookout.
afterwards.
Yeah.
And we were sitting at this.
That was the
cookout.
best thing about the venue.
for sure.
After the tournament, you just hung out at cookout.
Yeah, you get yourself a cookout tray, you get yourself a milkshake. You don't care if you went 0-2 and you lost to literally the worst person because they're out there at Sage Madison. They'll beat you. But you don't even care. Like,
You want to find the worst person? There at Sage Mantis.
For sure, where there's just unknown things that, like, you question whether you're playing Smash anymore because you're not. Spoiler alert.
For sure.
But we had a pivotal night, right, where we're sitting there and we're talking about 2017. It's like the first week of 2017. And
New
we all
year, new
talked
me.
about, new year, new memes for sure as
New
well.
memes, yeah.
But we were talking about just kind of how this is the year. If you don't start doing something now, you might never do something. Like,
Yeah.
And that's a little harsh, but we were talking about just our aspirations. I definitely wanted to do some more commentary stuff. Indigo is really trying to push himself as a player. I guess Panda wanted to play guitar. But you talked about streaming.
Hey, man, Panda.
Panda can do whatever.
Honestly,
he wants.
though,
Panda's streaming
as
and
a-
he can play guitar.
As a music person, go with the guitar, man.
Go
I don't know
with
if you're
guitar
in stream.
and
but
get the
Yo,
women.
keyboard though?
Keyboard, guitar. Why
pianist,
not?
I love.
I actually try to do both. I'm like I'm better. A
like
little
at
better.
the same time.
No, 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 no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
say, I'm like
Guitar.
that is.
He's a one-man
Guitar.
band.
I
but,
play it with my toe. No.
But that was
Yeah,
that
just
was,
the synth with your
Yeah, and I'm just like
flexing like.
yeah, this is already wild, man. The memes are
Accordions are dope.
accordions are.
You don't know how many
Accordions.
times when I'm like at like Myrtle Beach or something, and I'm at the boardwalk, and there's this accordion
player.
an accordion player. It's a different one each time. And
Yeah.
I'm like, where are you guys coming from? Like, I'm just gonna give you my money because I want to give you tips.
They just pass
There's
off
a-
the accordion.
You haven't seen the you play the bass. I don't know. You haven't seen the accordion guild of players. They all
Panda plays
meet
piano
and
and
just
There's an
like-
sax.
accordion guild.
There's
like,
a guild.
underneath
That's
the
funny.
boardwalk that I don't know about.
Yep, under the boardwalk.
There's an
That's where they all
accordion
hang
guild.
out. They're like weird trolls, and when you pass them, you have to throw $1 in because you're like, how do you still play this?
And no, it's just such a cool instrument. Like, it's the most obnoxious thing, but it's so cool.
I want Panda to play the sax for me.
That would be.
We need to have
sick.
Panda come
says
here.
He plays piano and sax.
We need to
Yo,
have
what a
Panda come here
legend.
1 week and play the sax for us.
No, he does love jazz though. Panda likes jazz, so that makes sense.
Jazz is very
He's a
good.
smooth dude. But anyway, as I said, I pinpointed that night, and I think I've really enjoyed watching you develop as a player, develop as a personality, develop as a commentator. Double C, we know you play trumpet. But
I was about
Hey,
to make
man.
a Squidward meme. It's like close to clarinet.
Ha.
I don't know. But describe some of your progression in the past year. Just some of the ways that you've developed as a person, as a streamer, as a memer.
So like mostly streaming's been like catching up like the past like I guess month because it was like slow start and I was doing like on and off and like even now I don't have like a schedule. Sorry, but
It's okay, nobody does.
But
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. I just really like interacting with people and like having people see like I'm a chill dude. I want to bring out the chillness in other people and let them. I like making people feel comfortable.
Just
Yeah.
place to hang out, place to just
yeah,
relax.
just like, sup, man? You want to play some Smash? We can talk about how stupid insert move here is, and then we play, and it's a good time.
Yeah.
That's
But
what's up.
I'm unsure what other games to play yet, though.
Dude, just pick a random GameCube
Honestly,
game. Your
from-
playthrough of Sonic Adventure Battle 2 was hilarious, and everyone plays through that game too. But
Yeah,
yours
yeah.
was so funny.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just saying, play whatever you
I wish
want
I saved
because regardless, like
It's
people
gonna be a good time.
people will be there for you.
yeah.
For
Like
sure.
you don't want to be like, oh, I'm gonna play so and so game because it will get me. No, man, just
No, that's what I'm kind of worried about because it's like people play me in Smash and then they follow me, and I'm not sure if they follow me just to play me in Smash.
That's what happened to
again,
me.
or-
Because
yeah.
I turned into that guy where it's like, oh, do viewer battles every day, and they're like, oh, great, I get to play you once before you get to go to work, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm playing Gears now, and they're like, oh,
Whoa,
Yeah,
chill.
that-
Like,
that might
I'm
happen to
playing
me.
Overwatch
but
now, and it's like,
I'm also tight with a lot of people, and
Yeah.
like I got like
I said, that random Best Buy dude who sold you the microphone, I'm like chilling in chat, moderating, and just perpetrating or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
But and he randomly shows up, and you're like, yeah, I met this dude at Best Buy, and I was just like,
he,
what?
he started this whole thing. You were the reason
Shout
the
outs to
stream
the dude at
exists.
Best
shout
Buy.
out
Shout outs to
That
Best
dude.
Buy guy.
Rowan Foes.
Oh wow!
my man Rowan Foes.
Finally getting the host from the Young Double C. Let's go.
Shout outs to Best Buy
about
guy.
time.
About
No,
time.
just kidding.
About time. Looking at the watch.
Jeez.
Speaking of the watch, thank you guys for tuning in for a majority of this interview. I actually had interview questions all planned out, and I literally said, nah.
I'm just gonna.
We're just going to be chilling, because I think it would be a disservice to just how chill, I don't know, your streams are, how chill.
scripted, yeah.
I don't know, how chill the vibe has been for most of the evening.
But I mean, like the thing is, like I'm just getting started, I guess. Like.
Yep.
Yeah.
like
Future plans, though. What are your goals, dreams, aspirations? What are the things that we see
As
next?
far as streaming goes.
Yeah.
far
Like,
as
are you
everything.
trying to be like a dedicated Smash streamer or trying to be a variety streamer,
I mean,
specialize in 2 games?
I think I'm gonna be like mostly Smash, and then like a little bit of variety on the side. If people like the variety, I'll do more variety. You know, I'm just like gonna people please the heck out of
people
everything.
please.
Because like I like people, I like making people happy. Like
also
Yeah.
got to make sure you're happy too at the end of the day.
oh, for sure. No, well that's
Because you're not gonna want to get up and be like, man, I gotta stream, and I don't want to stream this. Say if I gotta play like, I don't want to stream like Five Nights at Freddy's, man. Like, that game's dead. Like,
I've been you know.
yeah, like I don't like.
No, you
But,
wouldn't stoop to that level. But
no.
also, I guess we're going to be commentating for sure at WesTweli Saga happening this Sunday. I definitely should do some
Oh, it is
housekeeping
this
of that.
Sunday.
It is this
That's
Sunday.
so soon.
Shouts to your work for getting you to tonight and Sunday off.
I know, right?
But
Sick.
I guess other than commentary, goals as a player.
Oh yeah, dude. So this summer, I think I'm gonna play more. Because, like, I used to TO, for those that don't know. I stopped TOing, for those that don't know, because I'm like, man, I just want to, like, play the game and not, like, worry about running it.
It is a lot to juggle.
It's TOing is, like, shout-outs to all TOs ever.
No, when I volunteered at SmashCon, I was stressed. Like, I don't know if you know the DDD slot style. He walks around with the actual mat.
Oh, yeah.
Homie.
Where is he from?
I don't know, but he comes every year.
From Dreamland.
He's one of the funniest guys I've ever met. He had the Soul Shaker, the fucking... The
little stress thing.
Yeah.
He give it to you?
Yeah, like, I would be like, oh, my God, guys, get to play this. And, like, oh, I messed up bracket. And he'd be like, in the middle of a set, like, in between games, take this. And I'm like, you the homie, man.
You the homie, man.
Like, they did help. I actually wanted to buy it after that. But
but TOing's like...
He goes to school at JMU.
Really? I didn't know that.
Shout out to JMU. I've been to a couple of their monthlies. That's wild.
Because you not only do you have to, like, run bracket, like, that's hard if you're also playing, but you also got to, like, advertise, talk to people. And the most stressful thing...
Sometimes run a stream as well.
Run a stream, yeah. Like, the most stressful thing for me was, like, because my weeklies were, like, kind of small, and then they sometimes get big if people are coming. But when they were small, it's like, how do I get more people to come, you know? It's like, how do I establish, like, a scene when there's no scene? And I didn't figure that out. So
you got to build it from the ground up.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't know.
Which is why it's, like, the ideal thing. Like, my friend kind of said it. He was, like, just kind of, like, low-key, like, hangouts and inviting people.
Yep.
But also, like, if it were possible, like, free tournaments at this college close by.
Yep.
But it's still growing. I kind of have hope for it, kind of. But I'm going to say I have hope for it, so I sound very hopeful.
True.
I have hope for it.
Okay.
Ding. Don't quote me on that. No, just kidding. No.
Quote it.
Quote it, yeah. I have hope for it, beans. But yeah, I was going to commentate more.
Yeah, I'm down. So we're definitely going to get you in on some. We had some commentary earlier today that was really fun, especially in doubles.
Yeah.
And then you just started winning in bracket.
And that was lame.
You need to be a better commentator and lose more, or not enter.
That's what happened to us.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
No, I'd look over and it seemed like there was always two people. There were two dudes I didn't know. I wanted to talk to them, but they left. They were just also hopping on and off commentary. I wasn't sure who they were.
Could have been Tito, could have been Neoret, could have been Praps.
Was Neoret on the mic earlier?
Yeah, I commentated like 2 seconds with Neoret. Hey, whatever. Anything goes.
Next time, make sure.
But yeah, man. WesTweli Saga, I'm gonna try.
WesTweli Saga is gonna be lit. As I said, May 28th. I'm gonna do a coin battle bracket. Make sure if you can make it, it's gonna be fun. And I don't know.
He's sponsoring people left and right.
Sponsoring people.
Literally.
You get the WesTweli Esports.
WesTweli West Tower and WesTweli.
WesTweli. But that's gonna be a fun time, just hanging out on stream, wilding out with the friends. Because I spent my last birthday here at the cave and it was a good time. But speaking of announcements, one more announcement before we get to the mega announcement. Ooh, you guys aren't.
I really do want to say.
I'm
you guys aren't even ready.
Man. I'm not.
But mini announcement, as I said, not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. I want to say it's like June 10th or something. We're having a Viking funeral for Sage Mantis. We're all going to say a few words. Wear all black, whatever you got to do.
Dude, that'd be great.
We're gonna make it as agitating to the venue owner as possible. We want there to be so many people. Like if we could beat our record of 35, whatever we got to do, it's just gonna be a fun time because Mantis always is, and we want to do it big.
It made it sound better, trust me.
All right, yeah, you're probably right.
That guys are going at.
At
least in my ears.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't have the headset, so that's.
I didn't mean to kill your vibe. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Like,
so yeah.
Don't kill my vibe. Like,
don't kill my vibe.
Yeah, June 10th is the Arcadian.
But and also.
Oh, June 10th is the Arcadian.
Yes.
Oh, so it's not June 10th.
You can register for that if you guys want to.
What is it? It's not the Saturday. It's the.
Then the Saturday after the Saturday.
The Saturday before the Arcadian.
Let me pop. Here, you talk.
June 3rd. Let's go double C.
Oh my gosh, math.
Hopping through the chat.
Duh.
But and then the final announcement that we're going to make. Shout outs to the Tantalus. Speaking of June 10th, the Arcadian, we are going to get WesTweli on commentary for top 8. So what's good? Thank you for all the homies in the chat who made it possible. Who
I was gonna say, like, without you guys, I wouldn't.
Oh
be
wait,
here.
you guys are doing top 8?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's hype.
Like.
Yeah, without you guys, we wouldn't be here. Like, I've been doing this for a whole year and a month now.
Yep. I remember
almost 2 months now.
About a year ago, starting off me, Parappa as well, sitting on the couch. I mean, shout outs to the cave. The reason why I have so much love for this venue is they're the people that really got my start. Shout outs to Double C2, grinding week in and a week out, doing just meme Mantis commentary. I mean, all the people that I've commentated with. But this is a celebration stream, honestly, guys, because you guys aren't even ready for the celebration that we're going to have on stream. We're so happy to shine a spotlight on all these mid-level players. I mean, we'll already see all of our friends in top 8 anyway. But
I'm crossing my fingers if I go.
Yeah, please try to make it out. But, man, it is going to be a good time. I'm so happy. Thank you for Tant and Gimmer and the rest of the VGBC folks. I had to rock the hoodie. Throw some subtle hints in there. Any other thoughts, West Hour, about the opportunity? Like,
I mean, I've gotten we had the opportunity to commentate Xanadu 200. I've commentated a monthly there, the grand finals there with J Dog, and they just being at Xanadu and given the opportunity to do that, where TK has sat down and E has sat down and held it down for so long.
Yep.
And being able to try and be those next people and trying to putting your own flair in things and starting with your own little brand like what we're doing with the Runback.
Yep.
It's just really fun, like the ride so far.
Yeah.
Especially the grind, because it was hard. There were points where I was like, man.
It's
I feel
discouraging.
Because I feels like, oh, I don't have enough followers. I shouldn't apply to this. Or, oh, I don't think my reel is good enough. But, like, after my resume now, like, coming up, I'm like, it's looking pretty good.
You put in enough work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the resume, we've kind of built it up. I mean, fantastic classic. We were commentating.
I'm so glad I got you there, because that's really where you started this year.
Anvil 100, the lost episode. We killed it on commentary. If you were in the chat, man, that was a fun time. We've done so many other.
Will you guys commentate Final Sage too?
Oh yeah, no, we're already super confirmed.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole reason we're doing it is because I was telling Double C, I was like, I haven't commentated a Sage in like 3 months. Like I have to, so that's gonna be super sick. I mean, we've had a bunch of other events as well, just kind of low key events. But I think the biggest point was when we commentated Xanadu 200, we kind of snuck in there for the top 4 of that. We saw Waddy win already, which was kind of poetic. But then afterwards, EE tweets us out and he said, carry the torch, y'all.
Yeah.
And that's exciting.
Legacy. Yeah, and it was like I'm sitting at the drive home and I'm just like.
That was
just got a big smile on your face the whole time.
Yeah. So we took that torch. We'll carry it. We will try to hold it down and work as hard as we can because, as I said, it's all for you guys. It's all for the people that have been holding it down. I mean. Yeah,
because one of the reasons I started coming on the mic, it's like, man, I necessarily don't know how to put it into my play, but I know the game, and I want to help people when they look back at their VODs. Mostly, that's why I started.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it's like you're there to inform, you're there to entertain, and you're there to please people, man. And so, yeah.
But thank you guys for holding it down. It's been about 20, 30 minutes. Thank you so much, Beans, for being on.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being
for this interview for our signature episode, numero dos.
Number 2.
Yeah. But as I said, please, please, please follow the kid at Party in a Box. Give him a shot. You won't be disappointed.
If you haven't followed him.
It's a good time. Come hang out.
It is a good time. But anyway,
it's young,
speaking
so
of good times, we have a bunch of analysis that we're going to get through.
Famous,
I am going to put this down. I'll let you play some friendlies so that I can steal your mic.
Yes, this is much better than.
Yeah, because I don't want to hold this the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Mickey 064 is going to be in LA. What a guy. Just big chillin'.
Hey, man, you better be hitting
whatever LA locals, 2GG, whatever. I don't understand the geography of California. But
I'm
go to
Smash Monday, a Wednesday night fight. I better be seeing Mickey
E3.
Ooh,
Mickey
spicy.
more esports than the both of us combined.
I think E3 is the week right after Nairo Saga.
Sick.
And Nairo Saga is happening the weekend of Arcadian.
That's sick. I can't wait. Next year you'll see us at E3 at the rate we're going. But
anyway,
anyway,
that'd be sick.
That's the dream. That's the esports dream.
See, my thing was if I can't make it on commentary, I'm maybe I can just be a cameraman for someone. It's I'm here.
Still here, guys. Still chilling. I mean, hey man, however you want to contribute, I have the utmost faith that you can do whatever you want. Beans.
Heck yeah, dude.
So as I said, thank you so much for being on. Go play some friendlies. Keep grinding.
Absolutely.
You got to get good. You are.
He's already good, but
for
you
sure.
got to be great.
Yeah.
Yep. So
gotta get all those air dot treats.
Get all the air dot treats.
Yeah.
Get all the stomps
knees
because you deserve it.
The stomps, the boots, man.
The boots.
The boots.
The boots.
In case you didn't know, I'm a DDD main. No.
Any final thoughts for the stream?
Follow me on Twitch. I just leave it. No. But follow my Twitch. It'd be great seeing you guys there. It'd be fun. This place is dope. I really like it. I would like to come out here more. WesTweli, just house me every week if that's cool. No, just kidding.
Yeah, you can just live. You can be a part of my family.
Yeah. Hi, WesTweli's mom.
Hey, man. Oh, yeah, Beans, how was meeting my mom? This is the final thought.
This is a good
I feel like WesTweli's mom is probably one of the dopest people.
She's aight.
She seemed really chill, but also protective. She was call me when you're on your way back, or whatever.
No, I didn't text her. Call.
Nah,
I'm the worst son.
You're the worst son, but she she cares about you.
Yeah,
but kind
that's
of, but
important.
I don't know if it's like an overprotective thing or just like a slight protective.
A little bit of both.
It's okay, but she's nice.
She nice.
She's nice.
All right.
I don't know people's parents, right? Okay, real quick. I went to some dude's party, and like it was just like we just
Bye,
hung out and
Mickey.
played video games.
Thanks for hanging, Mickey.
Later, Mickey.
Appreciate it.
And so I'm talking to this dude's dad, and I have like a 20-minute conversation trying to be friendly. You know, he hasn't met me before, and I leave, and then like 2 days later, hey, my dad thought you were like stoned the whole time, and I'm like, come on, man,
No.
like I don't even like do okay, well,
Who needs drugs when you have memes?
who have exactly? And,
I mean, just inject yourself with the memes.
inject yourself
It's kind
with
of
memes.
enough.
It's like,
Yeah.
yes.
Bye-bye.
But thanks for having me. I'll pop off.
Alrighty.
Like not
hop off.
pop off.
And then pop off.
Yeah.
Whatever you got.
Pop off and pop. All right. Thanks for having me, you guys. It's been real.
Thanks for coming on.
It's been real.
Appreciate it.
I'm down to hang anytime. Call me. You don't know my number. No, just kidding. All right. I'm done talking. Peace.
Later, beans. All right.
Alrighty. So hopefully you guys enjoyed having Beans. Oh, like a very genuine guy, honestly. But now we're
Ooh.
gonna get into the recap of the week, and then after
That
that,
upgrade.
and then after that, we're going to go into tournament oversaturation. Oversaturation.
Yeah, I guess I'm down. I'm down for that. I'm down to talk about whatever, man. The fact that we made it here, I've been on stream for so long today.
Yeah, thank you
But-
for the. We are fluctuating between 14 and 20 people. Like,
Yeah.
thank you guys for hanging out.
Shout out to all the people in the VODs as well. I mean, I think this is also. I mean, unless you want to see us in the background all the time,
Yeah.
lost in the weave. But I mean, this
And
is
the VODs, yeah.
the VODs. You can throw audio only on the way home, whatever you got to do. But I
When
mean,
you're-
I
and
saw
when
a
you're
lot of people
traffic,
in there.
That's what I used to do. Something like when I was in traffic
Yes.
on my way to work, I would just study, like things about this game or just things in general.
For sure.
Yeah.
So speaking of, I don't know, studying things in this game, that was the worst segue. But we're gonna get into it. So we're gonna start off the week from where we left off last Thursday on episode 1, which I believe we had TGS's.
Pass me my iced tea.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, we're actually gonna start off with TGS.
We're gonna start with TGS. That was won by Black Yoshi, chilling in chat earlier today. Young Gerald. So I'm gonna run through. We're gonna make this a little quicker than normally because we had so much fun in that interview.
Yeah.
So first, Black Yoshi took it over Puppe. They were kind of in a collision course, as are most TGSs. But I believe so. Puppe was trying a multitude of characters. I saw a tweet earlier that started me watching their TGS as well. He was a little discouraged because of witch time mechanics and just the comeback mechanics of Bayonetta. Puppe's resilient. He was outplaying the Bayonetta a lot of the times too. But that's not like. You can't feel entitled once you're getting in just because you feel as though you earned some sort of thing or whatever. But it was 10 games. That was the craziest thing. So please watch that set. It was a nail biter through and through. Keeping up, it's kind of the usual suspects of TGS. Venue that does not get enough love and spotlight. So we had Squirk in third. Sig, we'd never talk about Sig. Sig is filthy.
I was saying Sig and Lynn, the two brothers.
Yep, and then fifth place we had a Brasta Hero and then a Hero Brasta. Both players. The inside joke is that they kind of sponsor each other because they're super homies.
Yeah.
Segueing into, I want to say Sage Mantis 86. First place, we actually on Saturday we had a lot. Saturday was packed with a lot of tournaments, but Sage Mantis, I want to say 86.
How many people was at that? Were
I want to say like 12, 16.
that's
something
kind of
like
good.
that. Pretty good as of recently. That was a jank tournament as well. They were running card tournaments, 2 Magic tournaments over it. I don't know. It was kind of whatever. But Contro ends up taking first place over Azrael. Third, we had Peachtree, which I'm going to give slight shout-outs to Peachtree. Peachtree is a local Fredericksburg Mac. I met him first at the community
Mac.
college.
Actually, I think he sounds familiar from when I was down there.
Yeah, he's a really aggro Mac, but he has... If you look at the brackets, the past couple of weeks, he has only gotten... He's kind of taken on the Twelly role, right, where I was a top 5 player long ago. But you kind of...
Mantis?
He's the Mantis gatekeeper because we have a lot of lower mid-level people and stuff. But he has, like, gotten 4th, 3rd. This is his 2nd, 3rd in a row, I want to say. But pretty consistent. In the chat, we had young Fuego Agua, Firewater himself, the Pika main, getting 4th in that situation. So I don't know, but we had another Ryu. I'll pass this over to you for the Mr. Jivo.
Oh yes.
Young Gavin winning the monthly as well. So thoughts on the monthly?
So we're gonna try to get more people out to these monthlies for sure. And this next monthly is going to be June 17th. So make it out to that, guys.
Yeah, mark the
like,
calendar.
We need to make these actually big because these, like I said, the cave could be so bigger. That's why we're doing stuff like this. And thanks to the cave for letting us do the run back here.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's making it so much better for production and everything.
For sure. And shout outs to our other executive producer. We have we have a couple different executive producers. We have Uncle Jeb, who just kind of gets the credit but we have Panda as well, an unsung hero of the I don't know, just like production behind the cave. But I don't know, you're going to be seeing a lot of big things from all of us in the cave team.
But yeah, back to the monthly. So we had, if I remember the bracket, we had about
12 entrants.
Yeah, 12 people. That's what I thought.
Not enough.
Yeah.
But it was stacked nonetheless.
Yeah, because you had people like OJ Wilder in the bracket, Gannon, but he went mostly Sheik that day, I think.
Yep.
You had Jeb, GVO.
Yep. We had Ash getting third place, Jeb getting second, OJ getting fourth as well. And then for fifth, we had QWERTY, which a bit of an underperformance. And then also shout-outs to LJ Skater Girl, getting fifth that tournament, too, at the monthly.
But, yeah, the biggest thing is that Jeb got upset round 1 to OJ Wilder's Sheik. But apparently there were controller malfunctions. When they played on the stream setup, it seemed like Jeb kind of figured things out. Controller was working.
Yeah.
And everything was going all right.
A little unfortunate, but sometimes, man, that's how the script is.
Yeah.
Like, so, I don't know,
And
duking it out.
Yeah, and then, so it was just weird seeing because Ash does have a Ryu.
Yep.
We're known for mostly his Bowser, but has been using a lot more of the Ryu recently. So he used Ryu against Jeb and just seemed like he was having such an issue really catching on to Jeb, again, getting the kills or anything.
Jeb having a lot of Ryu experience as of recently. But
then you have GVO because since
young Jivo.
Jeb was in losers earlier, and GVO making it all the way, beating Ash.
Yep.
3-0.
Hi, Sci-Fire. Sci-Fire, you can lurk.
If I remember, was it
Shout out to
3-0?
Sci-Fire. Yo, what is good?
Really love you guys.
I love you too,
Love you
Sci-Fire.
too, man.
I'm happy to see you again, man. It had been a while. Like, I'll be there Sunday for WesTweli Saga. Will you be there? That's the real question. Yeah, you're right. Dude, I'm down. I'm down to play that.
Alrighty.
But
beating Jeb 3-0. Granted, the last game he did have an unfortunate SD.
Yep.
But taking advantage, like Jeb was playing kind of off while GVO was playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
So trying to match that, if you just don't show up, you don't show up.
Yeah, Jivo, we're definitely going to have him on the run back soon, too, because somebody that's not talked about enough, always been a Wi-Fi fiend, always been labbing and pushing the Ryu. But as I said, it's a tale of two Ryus as of Saturday, because we had Contro getting first and Jivo getting first. Another person that I want to shout out, we did have online tournaments, which we haven't really talked about online tournaments yet, but we did have, for subs only, we did have Naifu Wars 6. Shout out to Nairo. We do have Nairo Saga coming the week before.
We'll mostly be talking about him when they say, some MJ. Doing very well.
MJ doing super well. I believe, he gets 7th, losing to and Death Horse, the Mewtwo as well.
MJ is Rob. That's very slept on. Doesn't come up to that many events.
Yep.
But
you always see him whenever it's like a big Maryland event. You'll always see him, and he's consistently making out of pools. A big Arcadian threat as well. He did get second to Jeb. He did get second to Jeb at the Glitch 3 mid-tiers as well, showing Rob is a mid-tier. Thanks, Tant, for making that decision. But, yeah, so that was worth noting. And then also Zage got, I want to say 7th, losing to, I don't know, I think like Zayn and like Omni Deadly or something like that. But two, big MDVA Wi-Fi fiends, especially with MJ too. MJ is somebody who I originally started seeing on Anther's Ladder. He plays with Contro all the time too, which is why Contro always be bopping me because he has all the Rob practice in the world. But shout outs to the people in the Wi-Fi streets, like causing upsets because those Wi-Fi tournaments are super stacked.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, especially all the Knifeys. The Knifeys
especially
are strong.
because you see so many diverse playstyles and just diverse characters that you normally wouldn't see.
Yep. And then, also, speaking of Anvil, we just saw Sci-Fire. So moving onward, segueing into this Sunday, or last Sunday, should I say, we had 27 entrants at Anvil. First going to Wadi, and then second Promelia again, which seems to be a running theme in the past week. Promelia has been turning it up recently. As I said, the week before, we were seeing a little bit underperformance issues. It kind of seemed like Promelia was dealing with some real-life things.
Yeah.
Nothing that I was really going to ask questions or get into or anything, because I know him, but not like super well. But you could tell, that he wasn't all there. But man, he was all there. I was watching the grand finals. I was watching his sets versus Black Yoshi, who got third at that tournament. But that was quite a crazy bracket. And then rounding out, we had another 4th place performance by Arctic Fury's Squirk. And then Iota gets 5th at that tournament along with Archie. So that was a pretty interesting result. And then another 7th place, we had Scarlet. And also, I want to give a shout-out to Mallow. Mallow had a pretty good run. Mallow, one of the last remaining solo Luigi mains that we really have out there. But, I mean, Mallow's always super fun to play friendlies with. He kind of had some jank. He got 0-2'd out of winners, the Black Yoshi. But he was talking about he had some things that he wanted to apply in the Bayo matchup. And he had the wheels were turning. Like, he was starting to make some adaptations and stuff. It was just a few things that went wrong.
That's a good sign, though. Like, when you feel like you come out of a match and they're like, man, this whatever.
But he was confident. He was bringing something to the table.
He was like, you know what? I know what I could have done. That's a very good sign.
Oh, and then a big upset of the day that happened. So Ashok's 2-0's Iota, and then, as I said, the MVP of the tournament, I'm definitely going to give it to Mallow because he loses to Black Yoshi. He beats Ice Bear, resident Lucas main, who is a staple at Anvil, as well as he beats Ashok's, who was playing pretty well that day, 2-1, and then he loses to Archie, another person to watch on the Arcadian list. And speaking of which, too, we will see more of Archie later when we talk about Xanadu as well, because he did get that 5th place spot as well.
Also, one thing to note, Wadi and Promelia, I think, fight each other 5 times this week.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
5 times. And so you got to give it to these players that are just pushing, and 5 times a week is already a lot of days to be competing at such a high level. But I mean, when you're competing against Wadi, and also if you're Wadi, and we have a lot of top players, especially that are on his caliber, who aren't attending that many weeklies. But Wadi's still on the grind too, and he's using all the good practice that we've seen recently in MDVA.
And from seeing us play, with this past week, it really feels like Wadi is to the point where, because a few months ago, he would just be at a point like, all right, I'm going to these tournaments, getting first place, getting money, kind of just playing to play. Subconsciously not thinking all right, I'm kind of sandbagging. I'm not putting my full potential and all my mentality into this game. But recently, when I saw this week, he's kind of tired of losing these sets to Rags, losing the people that he feels like he shouldn't lose, but good stuff to them.
Yeah.
Taking sets off of such a great player, the most dominant player in our region.
For sure.
But he's to the point where, you know what? I can actually use these locals to practice.
Yeah,
and you're seeing some things wrong.
And you're seeing the cogs turn even faster. You're not seeing him rely on fundamentals. You're seeing him be pushed a little bit, and then you're seeing Wadi just shoving back. He's not going to sit there. And Wadi, a player who knows the improvements that he has to make, always bringing something new to the table, especially when you're playing 5 days a week. So honestly, and the thing is, when we're getting top 2, top 3s with players like Iota, players like Bromelia, Zephyr as well. I mean, so many people can be thrown in the mix. MDVA has one of the most volatile mid-level scenes, just period. But, I mean, so many of these sets versus Wadi are a pleasure. I mean, Hero, Puff, and I, West Tower and I will watch it any day of the week and commentate it and just be there. So, always good to know. And then one tournament that I almost missed on Saturday, we had a JTS Plus. JTS, shout-outs to Vanilla for running a JTS was started as a really small Maryland tournament, and it grows and it grows each time, and there's a lot of interesting results that I see. But JTS has Arcadian-style tournament where they open up to non-PR players, and then they have JTS Pluses, which was what happened this past Saturday. We had 22 entrants. So the first upset that I'm going to point out before I go through the top 8, we had Parappa 3-0ing Logic, which I thought was a big win. Parappa doing it big. I believe he got top 8 today as well. We will have Parappa on the show soon enough, for sure. Always a pleasure to see him back from Wisconsin.
He's going to be here all summer. He's such a character, man.
Yeah, and he has the proper. The reason why we talk about Parappa so much is he has the proper mentality. He has the right mindset, and I think he can really be going places. Whether he does it with Ryu, whether he sticks it out with Larry. I mean, that man can play Cloud. He can do whatever he wants. You know what I mean? Because he has a really positive mindset. But anyway, so rounding out this top 8 as well, or this top 5, we have In Control, Seagull Joe, of course, holding it down. We had no ZD as well.
Oh, okay.
So
I was wondering, is ZD there?
Yep, and then second to Dexter. Dexter, he's been grinding it. He's always so close. But Seagull Joe, man, he's been doing it since Brawl. Back airing out the womb.
I mean, that's why his back airs are the way they are, because of Wolf and Brawl.
Yep, and then so the player that I wanted to highlight, getting third, Submedian. So median, he 2-1 Scabs, who was making some upsets. 2-1's Parappa, loses to Joe, which is a given in the first place. 3-2's Ice Egg, and then beats Parappa in the hashtag Runback, and he loses to Dexter 3-1 at the end to get himself a third-place finish. I believe Parappa got 4th of that tournament, and then VGBC's own Logic in control as well, gets 5th, and then Ice Egg. Pretty good performance, too, for getting 5th place as well. But I am going to grab my Soylent for a quick second. I'm going to move over, slide over, so that we can look at these Xanadus as well. But I'll be back in a sec. Talk about while we're doing that though. Talk about a little bit of Fantastic. We'll skip Xanadu as
for
well.
now. Well, Fantastic. That was an interesting tournament as well. Rimsey stuck with the curse, getting, I think, eliminated round 1. Oh yeah, it's his evil cousin Esmer. That's what's been happening. That hasn't actually been Rimsey, but I forgot who he lost to. He lost to Sci-Fire, and made a pretty good losers run. Ended up getting 7th place, so still top 8. But for someone to time the PR as Rimsey is, I think 5th or 6th. You expect better, or he even expects better. so Soylent sponsored this man. Yeah, he lost to Scarlet to get 7th, for sure.
Yeah, what's funny about that Fantastic bracket was last night I'm getting off work at insert breakfast restaurant here that I'm not going to throw under the bus. But I'm getting off work real late, and I decide, especially when you work at restaurants, you don't want real food. You want either Soylent or the mix-up is ridiculous fried food. So I go to Sheetz. Shout out to Team Sheetz, by the way.
Sheetz is so good.
Sheetz is so good. There's Wawa people, right? Wawa caters to kind of the soccer mom crowd that wants like a little fruit cup, whatever. But Sheetz, man, sometimes it's late at night and you want some fried food. I think I got some pickled chips. I got like a weird fried chicken wrap or something. It was dank. But Scarlet playing super dank enough to where he gets 3rd, and he has a celebratory Sheets run at the end because we live somewhat close to each other. But I randomly at like 12:30 at night see Scarlet getting into his car.
That's funny.
And it was so funny. And so I just talked with him last night. He was talking about the competition.
Yeah, he was playing very well last night. He even tweeted feeling how confident he was.
And that was a big win, too.
He was playing confident. That's what I'm going to say.
Shout-outs to
That's scary going into the Arcadian.
One of the big tweets from this past week, too, that I wanted to point out was Zephyr, which glad to see him back today, too. But Zephyr tweeted out, I want to say, like Z8, Scarlet, a few other people that were really close on the cusp of getting PR'd. And really talking about these last few weeks before the PR season ends, that where you really got to push and make your statements, make your upsets, do what you got to do. And I think the 5th places that we saw from him at Xanadu, which Archie also, another name that he tweeted at, also getting 5th at Xanadu this past week. But, I mean, already making splashes. Not making as much splashes tonight at the cave, but I don't know. It was great to see Scarlet.
So, another person that's kind of a recurring within the few weeks, but had a spectacular week this week is Minix.
Yeah.
Minix.
And actually, I think we're going to give him our Player of the Week as far as first time I ever saw Minix was at a GMU tournament. I was originally beating him in friendlies too, but I could tell he was good. He knew the Bayo things, right? And a lot of people slept on him when we started seeing him at the cave consistently. We're at Fantastic saying, oh, it's just another Bayonetta main. Oh, he just presses buttons and stuff. Which, I mean, as Bayonetta, that's a great character for pressing buttons anyway. Yeah. But you're starting to see him refine his craft, and he's making these deep runs. I believe last night, let's look. Let's talk about
Iota.
Yeah, he beats Fredericksburg's Gravity. He beats FOE as well, getting himself another PR win. Beats QWERTY as well. Goes and he loses to Wadi in Winterside. And let's drop down just to keep track of. He drops down. Iota takes out Tengu beforehand, but he loses. He loses to Iota. Boss isn't hip. He gets a win over Iota, which is a pretty big win. Obviously, he has the Wario experience. Wasn't able to get the run back tonight. And then he loses to Scarlet, getting himself a 4th place. Iota and Z8 got 5th. And then we had Tengu and Remzi, I want to say, getting 7th.
Yes.
Which for Remzi, at Fantastic, as of late.
For Esmer, man.
For Esmer. Yeah, I don't know. It has been rough.
Which, if you guys didn't realize, it's Remzi's name backwards.
Yep. Oh, and a few other upsets that I want to point out. So we had Fredericksburg's own Contro getting himself another PR win over 6-seeded Cree. Cree, the Villager matchup and stuff, definitely no slouch. Yeah. Somebody that, especially at Fantastic, he powers up there. That is his home. And if he's not getting like world records or whatever he does in Puyo Puyo Tetris, he's normally making deep runs, but not as much tonight. A few other upsets. Sci-Fire over Remzi for sure. Remzi, it's been looking like he can't really catch a break. Sci-Fire also beating Obsolete,
Also,
which
he
is really
didn't lose
funny.
round 1. He lost round 2. I thought he lost round 1.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
that's-
technically round 3.
Let's talk about this for a second. So on episode 1, we talked about Sci-Fire Obsolete going to Game 5 with Sci-Fire winning a Mantis randomly. But in round 1 of Fantastic Smash, a grand finals of Stage Mantis is happening.
That's what he was saying, too.
That's so funny to me. A few other. Let me see if there's anything else that's suspect. Scarlet gets a win over Ash. He has to play Wadi, and he was looking somewhat well against Wadi. But sometimes, man, you can have things that are working, but you got to have it 110% all together. And then I'm not seeing anything winner's side, so we'll dip down into losers, where losers in particular was pretty crazy. I believe, Flightless definitely got upset, correct?
Flightless?
Flightless upset Tengu round 1.
Really?
Another Bayonetta main, which I thought was
I actually
interesting.
didn't know that he did that.
Yeah, so that's why we're taking a scrutinized look, because, man, there's some suspect things happening.
Don't worry, Tengu, I got you, because I took him out of bracket.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Let's go. You're getting pretty good at the Bayo matchup, honestly. So, let's see. Nothing too
Bayos
crazy.
can't kill me.
CG's West Tower takes out Flightless and losers. Let's see. Scarlet takes out Remzi. Remzi goes on. He beats West Tower. QWERTY loses to Scarlet. I don't know. Nothing too crazy. Tengu takes it over Matador, Contro, and then he loses to Iota. And then FOE loses to Iota as well after getting knocked out early. So that's about it for DC Esports. Let's look at.
Yeah, that was Wednesday. So we're gonna backtrack to Xanadu.
Yeah, run it back to Xanadu. This was kind of a run-of-the-mill Xanadu with a few exceptions. We had Oh yeah, we never update the bracket, do we? Cave.
Wow, boss never even updated the bracket for today.
No, that's the Cave Fairfax Classic. We use singles, organizer.
But yeah, we're gonna go over that tournament last.
Yep.
But yeah, Iota. If you guys didn't see Iota on a tear tonight,
He was on a tournament.
crazy losers run.
Oh, dang, yeah, you're right. Port scores.
I was telling them the crazy loser run you had tonight.
You were clutching
Putting
that
on a
out as
show.
Wario.
I had the craziest losers run.
It killed me when you hit the Nair,
How do you manage to do that twice in a row, dude?
dude, because I'm really tired.
Sleep,
Commentary is one hell of a drug, man.
Only thing keeping me totally alive now is Soylent.
Yeah, dude,
Which
I
I'm
need
not-
more Soylent.
I'm done with this plug, man.
You're done with the Soylent plug. Yo, see me at Sanity, man. I'll be plugging all day.
At the Arcadian, he is going to be on Soylent's Esports.
That's the only. Honestly, I'm staying unsigned for as long as I can. But if Soylent sweeps through,
I mean, you can be partnered with them because that's not technically being part of like an org.
yep.
You know.
All right, so Iota, the people's champion, making sure, stepping in at a moment's notice and fixing the bracket. But as I said, we're going to look at Xanadu for a little bit. The first thing that caught my eye when I checked it the other night was Gravon, the Falcon, taking it over Iota's little brother, Matador.
Yeah. Actually, good thing for Matador going out to things.
Yeah, that's quite a drive.
Yeah, normally he's just fantastic in the cave, but made it out to Tuesday event. Maryland up to Xanadu, trying to see what the competition's like up there. I don't think he did too hot, but still.
Oh, yeah, no, so he ended up, unfortunately, losing to RVA, got the win over Nova. Shout-outs to Chaos Arc, who eliminated him out of losers. Chaos Arc went 3-2, which for going from RVA to Xanadu, that's we take those. Because going positive at Xanadu, especially, I want to say, like, 58 entrants or something like that, 68 entrants. So Gravon gets the win over Matador. Also, Barking Frog takes it over QWERTY as well.
Barking Frog is a Sleeper Rosa. A lot of people don't know
super
about
Sleeper
him.
Rosa.
He's kind of more on the side of not kind of like Z8, where he likes to put on that pressure, not really afraid to be in your face. But we'll really use Luma on his side. Putting that pressure on, catch those rolls with jabs.
Yep.
Very scary.
And then, so we saw we had ZD just on a destruction pass through winners, and he's actually he loses that tournament. We saw Pink Fresh win the first Xanadu in a while. But in a collision course as well, we had Dingus Joe taking over Submediant, and then meeting Archie and losing to Archie in winner's side. Archie taking an L to ZD, which is respectable considering he's number 2 in the region. AOS gets an upset over Parappa, and an upset over Dexter as well.
Yeah, one thing a lot of people don't know about him, but he was Denobro's basically little sapling. He kind of, when Denobro was still in the community and playing avidly, when he was Mario, he would get a lot of notes from him, and Denobro took him under his wing. And I don't know where he trains because he hasn't been to his Xanadu in a long time, but came back with a huge presence.
Yeah, for sure. And then in losers bracket, it was kind of wild. One of the craziest things that I saw was I'm pretty sure Osiris. Shoutouts to the homie. Oh, never mind. He gets a win there.
Yeah, he got eliminated early.
Yeah, he got eliminated early.
Run.
But he wins. He takes a win over Video James, Nature, who's been playing hot recently, Gluten Free, WD-40, beats Gravon, and then loses to Archie. I want to say in like losers round 7. Dingus Joe also goes on a little bit of a losers run, taking out Seals, who had some upsets earlier. Barking Frog as well, the Rosa, showing why Game & Watch can be pretty useful in that set. He takes out PR number, I want to say like 16 or 17 FOE. Takes out AOS as well, and loses to Dexter, which is pretty run-of-the-mill Maryland stuff. Dexter takes out, he also had a nice run. He beats Sariander, who we're really glad to have Sariander, by the way, back.
If you guys don't know who he is, he's the Puff, man. He used to be the best in the world, actually.
Yeah, now it's kind of up for discussion, but, I mean, the way he was playing today, too, I mean, he takes Puff to a whole nother level. Extremely patient play.
He makes Waddy look like a Wild Banshee in the neutral, which Waddy isn't, but that's how patient
for sure
Sariander is.
But, yeah, and so that was pretty crazy. Also, Parappa getting knocked out a little early in losers round 6, but he's losing at QWERTY as well, so it's nothing too crazy. And then, as I said, so we had Z8 losing to Dexter Dingus Joe, and then Dexter loses to ZD. So, I don't know, we've been kind of seeing consistent patterns emerging. Seagull Joe talks about how in Maryland their top players don't really get upset. I would argue because their mid-level hasn't been making a lot of upsets recently, unless Virginia players show up. But that's just me.
I think there needs to be another crew battle. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. I don't think crew battles really decide anything. But that was pretty much Smash at Xanadu.
Something we can talk about, man.
And then, we'll recap and we'll just finish with tonight's bracket. So tonight's bracket was pretty crazy.
Yeah, congratulations to Pink Fresh winning out Xanadu.
Yeah,
I was happy for him.
I'm always happy. I'm always happy to see more Pink Fresh in my life. Because
this Bayo's still so fun to watch.
But already,
and he said one step of not being washed.
Pretty much. Yeah, no. I mean, you can be washed, but once you look clean afterwards.
I mean, he is sparkling clean now.
He was sparkling clean. It was fresh.
It's his time to get a little dirty now.
For sure. And so tonight's bracket was super crazy. So we had Contra losing to Nazo, and then which already I thought was pretty crazy in a 2-1 set.
Yeah, I could see that going either way. I don't know how much Sonic experience Contra really has. And that matchup, the cat and mouse game was very hard.
Yeah, and I think this was a little crazy, too. I mean, Scarlet and Senpai were duking it out all the way and resetting the bracket. Scarlet and Scans, by the way, had a great run, tearing through loser's side because Waddy Pie did get upset by Crits and Z8. But right after, Scarlet had to play Senpai. Senpai got the 2-0, and it's really funny, too, because it's kind of the run back on the brothers because the week before, Scansa got 2-0, I believe. So I think we're all sleeping on Sen, if I'm being completely honest.
I mean, like, it's a style, because she's such an odd play style, and if you're not used to it, don't know the answer to it,
it's hard.
Because it's nothing you've ever seen before unless you've played Sin. So.
Yep. And so, we had a close game between Z8, 2-1 over Sci-Fi, able to clutch it out. And then, so this was an interesting win already from the top. Minix 2-1 Sariander.
Now, that matchup is weird.
It is weird. People have said it's up for discussion. It's debatable with how lightweight Puff is, with SDI and all that other stuff being a factor. But
because it's scary to go for extended combo sometimes, because if they get out and you're up high in the blast zone, a rest is free. That kills at 0.
Yeah. But, it is super spooky. I guess Sariander a little more conservative with rest than other Puffs that I've seen. Anyway, as you should. I mean, that's kind of the state of Smash 4 Puff.
And shout-outs to Promelia because Minix actually was 3-0.
He was a bit of a demon, and I
Promelia.
don't think people were keeping track of that as much. But, yeah, and so he finally gets his win in a close 2-1 set over Minix. And then he proceeds to 2-1 Zephyr, who's allegedly out of retirement.
I just think he's not going to as much stuff. He should have never said he was on a hiatus because you can't leave the Smash community.
You really can't, dude. You just you get that that fever.
Like that 2-month break I took was like the worst.
Yes.
Like I thought I need this to kind of feel better. No, I need you guys.
For sure. And then really quick, the rest of it, Iota takes it over Zerom in winner's side. He meets up and he gets a 2-1 set. Kind of forecasting, gets a 2-1 set over, or Waddy gets the W in round 5 winners.
First game was really quick because when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is game 1, and then I saw like
they're
after
throwing
Wadi
hands.
won the game, or in the second game, they shook hands. I'm like, wait, what? And then Wadi's like, oh yeah, that was game 3, and I'm like, the first game was really quick, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and then Wadi had a close 2-0 with Promelia. I mean, it was looking pretty convincing. But we'll drop over down to losers because that's where
That's where the show is.
crazy things happen already. So,
Which I really recommend looking back at the VODs and just looking at Iota's tear through the losers bracket.
oh yeah, Iota gets MVP of the tournament for sure. And then, so this was what was super nutty. Van 2-1 Senpai, which I thought was nutty, and then he 2-1s Crits as well, which Chris was playing really hot today. Z8, his teammates, gets the vengeance with a 2-0.
But I was thinking he should change his name to Vanendorf, man.
Vanendorf is
he's trying to
pretty
push that
crisp.
character so hard.
I mean, to me, like, the man just embodies Ganon, and he bodies people with Ganon.
Yeah.
But that was quite a run, especially for.
A few reads. Come on in.
Come on in. What I'm saying.
We need you. You need you and a guest here one night.
Dude, the Senpai episode's gonna be lit, like for sure. But
yeah, no one wants to. All right.
And then so as I said, we talked about Homie Beans.
How many games did you win? We're saying bye to audience and the Overwatch fiends.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're leaving this early.
Yeah.
And so we had Beans 2-0ing Dark Flame, 2-1ing Nazo, and then losing to Sci-Fire, which is an RVA matchup. Matador also, Minix and Matador kind of team killed Sariander today too as well. He gets the 2-1 over Sari, and then loses in a 2-1 to Perhaps after he dropped down through losers. He almost had it over Zerom too. It was looking kind of close, but he falls to Zerom. Zerom also winning the run back again, but a lot closer from Tengu. Tengu making the adaptations that he needed from last week. Not sitting around, not content with getting 2-0'd on stream. And then we had Zephyr Zerom, which was a 2-0, and that's just kind of Cloud Strife. And then this is where we started to see the tear. Iota drops into losers, round 7, 2-0's Minix, 2-1 Zephyr in a clutch ending. And then also,
Great edge guard ended
gets the edge guard with the waft on Promelia as well when he did the high upbeat recover, which I thought was super nutty. And then, so Iota makes it to Grands. And
why do you run for his money?
Yeah, no reset, but it was a 3-2 Game 5 situation. And they were having fun with it, but at the same time, it was starting to get real serious. So good stuff to that. Let me look at full results. So we had Wadi, Worthy Adversary, a.k.a. number 2, Iota. Next time, Promelia getting that 3rd place, and then followed by 5th place, Zerom and Minix, which we've seen consistent top 8s in both of those players, so good stuff to them. And then we had Prap and Z8 sitting at 7th place as well. And then if you look below, it's just a bunch of really good people who just didn't make the cut today.
That's the thing. Our mid-level is so volatile.
For sure.
So volatile.
That is the word. But I am going to magically appear.
So that was a recap of all the tournaments this weekend. For our player of the week, it's going to be Minix.
Yeah, Minix definitely well-deserved.
Like, he's been putting in the work at Fantastic in the Cave tonight. He had a big upset over Iota. Wasn't able to do it tonight, but able to get another upset tonight instead. I forgot who it was.
Minix upset over Sariander. Then who else did he beat? I literally just chose that to launch too. He 2-0'd somebody. I don't know, man. As I said, the commentary brain is like, ugh. But you guys heard it. You guys know what's up. Speaking of what's up, so what's up is a lot of tournaments. If you look at the schedule of the summer.
The segment, by the way. What's up?
What's up with WesTweli? Like,
yeah, like there's going to be a segment where we kind of talk about like what's been going on. Like we were going to do Lilat because it's so like, but honestly, quick opinion, it's legal now. You have to deal with it now.
Yep.
If you don't want to deal with it, ban it. It's a counterpick stage. Until we find a better stage, we got to deal with it.
Yep, and as I said, I mean, people can be super opinionated one way or another, but I'd rather talk about a little more productive things. So one thing that I think would be productive for a community as a whole, and I've heard other talking points around this, but I think we need a little more of a congregation of TOs, of players and stuff, but I would really like to see an off-season in Smash.
I mean, from right now, like, there is non-stop tournaments till for a long time.
No, every week in the summer it's booked. I mean, we have so many big events coming up. Smash and Splash, CEO, like SmashCon as well. We have MomoCon coming up, I believe, this weekend.
Yes.
They're coming soon in the pipeline. We have EVO that people are preparing for.
CEO,
SmashCon, and then all these regionals that are happening too. I mean, so many TOs. And we're happy, right? We're really happy, especially that we're getting, consistent numbers and stuff. But I feel like everyone is trying to be the next big tournament. And I would really love to see more SmashCons, more MomoCons, more celebrations, more events that are more focused on even if we had 3 weeks of an off season, 3 weeks. Like let's say we did MomoCon, some other tournament, SmashCon or something like that, or Smash and Splash or something where we could see. Where we could see a Larry Lur make top 8 with DK, where we could see maybe Zero experimenting with Beto, where we could see, I don't know, just like different, I don't know, just also I would love to just see more just like wild pie in the sky, just kind of event topics. I would like to see people catering more to, we talked about Beans and SmashCon being a good introductory tournament. I think for sure, a lot of times where I see people talk about their ideal tournament, they want this big esports production, right? They want they want huge pop bonuses, they want really serious blah 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 blah. And I think that's important, and there's a time and place for that. But at the same time, I think we're not focusing. That's only really fun for PGR top 50 plus the people that are kind of invested in top level Smash, and it's something that we're starting to see burnout because it happens all the time. Like, and I would love to see events where, I don't know, they were a little more chillax, a little more focused on, I would love to see a doubles bracket, but instead of seeing Nairo and Zero or MK Leo and whoever else team together, I would love to see Zero and, I don't know, Falco Master 3000 or whoever else, right? Like,
even if we have, amateur tournaments where...
Yeah, pro-amateur doubles brackets.
We can make leagues.
Yeah.
Because we're at the point where, sure, you can argue, League of Legends, Dota, Overwatch, they have online tournaments, but that's online in the comfort of their own home. You have to travel each week, and that can be a toll on the body. And they're going you don't have to. That's but they're putting their time out to going there, but you want to stay on top of the competition. And the competition, you really want to in a game like Smash 4. Because you take a few weeks off, and you have to make so much catch-up in this current meta. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
But also at the same time, you can you can also, there's ways, too, to catch up and not be grinding specifically in tournaments. I mean, sometimes I think a lot of us, myself included, need to hit the gym, but more importantly, need to hit the lab, experiment, I don't know, just try out different things. A lot of people just need, I don't know, to do something that isn't Smash a couple days a week, maybe go on a hike, maybe do something, talk to your family, see your friends, emerge from the cave, right, see the light, whatever you got to do. That's something that if we had a break, it would be a little more viable.
The one big pro about all these tournaments is because of that, the meta has been growing so fast.
Yeah.
We're evolving so fast. It is ridiculous.
For sure.
Because that's why, I feel like that's another factor of the game being, it's inconsistent. Sure, there are factors like Rage, Lilat, certain mechanics where if you're winning neutral the whole time, then Bayonetta, Witch Time or something. But at the end of the day, we're growing so fast as a community, we're finding so many things because we go to so much stuff and we want to improve. That's why we didn't see that back in Melee when it was first starting off. We didn't see that back in Brawl when that was first starting off.
For sure.
The top players stayed at the top players because they were the ones grinding, and there wasn't as big of a scene.
Yeah. And I think what's fundamentally different, and I guess a little different when I was playing Melee because now we have net play, but I think online online has blended the play styles so much. It's not there's not as much differentiation between a Fox that plays in Dallas-Fort Worth and a Fox that plays in Vancouver, Canada. There's going to be a little bit of a difference, but with Wi-Fi, man, there's all these blendings of styles. It's just a great melting pot.
Everyone.
Yeah, you can play with whoever you want.
As long as the connection's good.
Yeah, and so that has really kind of blended a lot of styles, and also with how much exposure. I mean, we've always had top players like Zero making videos showing all these hidden techniques. We've seen I mean, even if you look at For Glory, we all laugh about that, but think about you can literally at a push of a button just play the most wild thing. Jank crazy things will happen, but sometimes you need a jank crazy thing to happen, and you keep that in the back pocket, and in grand finals you bust out the most wild mix-up that nobody's ready for.
I mean, one person that really utilizes the source of For Glory is Nairo.
For sure.
And I feel like it really helps him out because I think he does play with other people on a stream sometimes, but most of the time it's off stream or even in person, or online with Zero or Anti, so be it. But he gets used to so many styles, and he gets used to reading so many people because of For Glory.
Yeah.
And because of his subs.
Speaking of ZSS mains on For Glory, I was chilling in Beans' stream one time, and he's playing For Glory, right? And all of a sudden, he sees Remzi He has like the 12th tag on or something like that. And he sees Remzi on For Glory, and I'm laughing so hard because I realize immediately Beans doesn't come up to Nova a lot. He doesn't watch a ton of streams. Or I guess it just kind of slipped, and he didn't know who Remzi was at the moment. And I was like, oh.
Like, dude.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, PR, top 5, like, this is Remzi. Like, and also, like, it's kind of hard in MDVA to get the ZSS practice. But he's kind of learning as he goes. Remzi's the homie. He stays for like 12 games. And Beans is learning as he goes, too. And he was able to find, especially on For Glory in 2017.
So was Remzi going ZSS?
Yeah, he was going ZSS. Beans was going Falcon. Like, they were really duking it out. I actually run into a lot of, I think the other week I ran into Quamstacks, a DMG member. Oh, nice. I ran into, who else did I run into? I ran into Biddy, the Toon Link, which he played Yoshi. And I was really tired. So hopefully he doesn't judge me in my sleepy Rob. Because you understand the sleepy Wi-Fi Rob. It is not real.
No, there'll be times where you're playing Wi-Fi so much you don't realize how long you've been on. Like that one night we were playing, I had just gotten off with Jeb, and I came. I'm like, you know what? I'll play with WesTweli.
Yeah.
Screw it. And I was like, that was already a 3-hour session and then I'm like, it's 5 in the morning.
Yeah, no, you look up and you're like, oh god.
Man,
but
I don't even play this game anymore. Why am I doing this?
But yeah, so I guess bringing it back a little bit. I would like to see. I would like to see a congregation, people that are a little more high above us in the Illuminati, make some decisions. I would love to see an opportunity to take a pause, take a time out for a little bit, just kind of regroup yourself as a player. Any other final thoughts that you have on that subject, Wes Hour?
What would be really interesting is, so say like you can have the Eastern League and the West League, and then you have tournaments there, and they have to go there. But they're also in between that kind of like pinpoint, you got to go to EVO, you got to go to Smash Band, you got to go to 2GC Civil War 2.0 or something like that.
That sounds terrifying, by the way.
Yeah.
I do not want to see the sequel.
Oh, my God.
Like, what a nightmare of a tournament. Like,
I can only imagine the plot. Like, watch, I got Christopher Nolan on that. You're going to be the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
But, it's having, like, because this is one, like, thing, having, like, 2 conferences, and then at the end of, like, that season or that circuit, have the people with the most points or the most wins or the best records go and go to like either the playoffs or the final showdown.
Yeah,
that'd be something interesting. Or just having tournaments all year round, like either a few circuits or one major circuit where it's like, all right, you got to go to these tournaments that are the most points.
And I think the biggest thing though is we got to step up and because a lot of times, shout outs to VGB Boot Camp. Like VG Boot Camp, or you have 2GG or other people that like consistently, they kind of have their tribes and their sections. But I think we all really do need to come together. I mean, we already do it with planning and other stuff. But I think you can only go, this is the most significant tournament that's happening right now. Like, as I said, look at how much pressure we had. Civil War, the most stacked tournament, and then look at the results of that. Yeah. Like, granted, there's people that excelled. Shoutouts to DeBuzz, by the way, for getting first place at that tournament. That was a big win.
A lot of people were saying, the bull. Like, I get it. You want a Falcon to win. A Link getting top 3 before before Bayonetta. Maybe Cloud. No, it's not Cloud. Anyways, before a lot of characters that people will think, like, this character is good. Yes. And people showing out. But I'm thinking DeBuzz, he deserves it. He's been putting in the work, so much work.
Yeah, I think he has a strong contention. He at least top 3, at least for this season specifically. But yeah, I don't know. I would like to see, as much as I would like to see circuits too, I think it needs to be a little more because you can have a circuit, but then also EVO happens, and then EVO's the big tournament, and then like SmashCon happens, but then a week after you have Shine, and then you have Big House that happens in like October or something like that. Big House, I want to say 7. That's nutty. I remember watching.
I remember watching Big House 4.
I remember watching Big House 4, and I was watching a lot of tournaments even before that when I was just fiending. Man, shout-outs to Lucky's run at that tournament. Oh, yeah. That was sick. But shout-outs to Siegel, Big House 5, I want to say, beating 0.
Yeah, where you beat 0.
But yeah, so as I said, tournaments are great, right? But I'd love to see, as closing thoughts, I'd like to see more experiences. I would like to see some breaks happening possibly. And then also, I would just like the opportunity for people to just try out new things, incorporate whatever they want to incorporate.
Yeah, like stuff like Civil War, I so wish I could have gone because that tournament looked fantastic.
Look, man, 2GGC MDVA saga, when.
When.
We already have so many commentators in this region, but we need to get some compendium goals. Oh, that is the biggest thing, though. Compendium goals.
Vote for Remzi if you haven't already.
Oh, vote for Remzi for Nairo
Saga. He's so close to getting
Saga.
in for Nairo Saga.
For sure. But that was the last thing that I was going to talk about is scheduling conflicts. And also the conflicts that it puts players on, because we can only tap the resource of compendiums so often. And it's great that we have generous people in our community that are willing to support, fly out all the frogs, fly out people like Remzi and stuff, fly out people like Wadi as well and stuff. Oh, man, Remzi lost the poll. They're going to put another script and an eye emoji, and he'll be back. 2GG.
But fly him out somehow, man.
Somehow, for sure. But especially because he's part of rotation crew. You know? The hottest new crew led by Nairo himself. But but I think like we had 2GGC, I want to say, and then we had Glitch happening as well on the same dates. You have to there's so many choices that you have to make. Do I want to go to this super regional, or do I go fly out super far, spend a bunch of money to go to this other West Coast like kind of national, or do I go to my local monthly where I'm going to consistently make money, or do I stay at home because I have burnout? Do I take an opportunity to get flown out like PG Boys or something like that and go to Europe? But all of these things cost money, and we're really appreciative of the sponsors, of the people, and all the people that support it. But, man, we can only be doing this for so long. Yeah. There's so many top players that I'm already seeing reporting just fatigue, burnout, lack of funds as well. I mean, sponsors are generous, but we still are. I mean, there's a lot of money in Smash, but we got to be careful about how we use the money for sure.
I do feel like if we do get something like a circuit or a schedule.
Yep.
Then these overlaps won't be a thing. And then they can try experimenting or even doing things on the off-season. If people do want to keep the grind up, because because it's the off-season doesn't mean necessarily nothing has to happen. So you can still hold your events.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that those must-have tournaments and
it's so brighter now. Oh, my God.
It's a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, those are basically our final thoughts. I'm glad we talked about that, actually.
Yeah, I'm glad that we talked about that, too. I think we hit on some things that we wanted to get off our chests. So last time I asked for questions. If you want to throw one in the chat while we're doing some final shout-outs of the week, you can, but you guys probably won't because you guys didn't come through last time. That's okay.
No, this next week coming, we're going to have
we'll have Ask WesTweli as well as a hashtag and stuff. But final shout-outs. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first this time? I'm literally freestyling it on my shout-outs.
Well, yeah, basically same here. Shout-outs to everyone that has been here so far. More people. Then basically more people than last week, so it's progress.
Yeah, this was a stacked cave tournament.
Yeah. Thank you all for hanging for the Runback. Thank you all for being here.
Oh, Bishop. Okay, most underrated character.
Most underrated character.
Right now, I'm going to say, just on a whim.
Skin's right here, too.
Oh, yeah. No, it's also right behind us. Right now, I'm going to say most underrated character. I don't think there's a Roy main that we've seen yet to really bring Roy to his peak potential.
That's a good one.
He does really well with Rage, and we just don't see the representation. But that character can kill. He can spike. He kind of has a bit of a noodle sword, but it's pretty viable. Any thoughts on your end?
I don't know. There's so many, because I can go with so many characters, I feel like. Actually, I think people are starting to say it, but I think Luigi is going to come back to reigns. He's going to come back to being a possible top 10 contender.
I'm gonna give shout-outs to Conga, a dude that I met when I was in Seattle. How many retweets do I need for Nintendo to buff Link? Your boy got third at Civil War Saga.
Link
JKS.
is also very underrated, but I don't think he's the most underrated.
Become Japanese and you'll win.
I think he's more... okay, I'll take back my Luigi. I think someone like Link is really underrated. Link or Roy?
Shout-outs to Conga, though, for putting DK on the map, getting top 8 at, I want to say, DreamHack Austin as well. But Conga made a deep run, and I think Donkey Kong, I'm going to give him the slight edge as far as grappler characters, but we have not seen the extent of grappler characters as well. But, I mean, there's like 58 characters, man. They're all underrated, right? Like, I think we're still underrating Bayonetta, and she's considered one of the best top 2 characters. Like, we're still underrating. No, we are. Like, there's still more things that we – like, this meta is so young.
Ness and Lucas are underrated, but I think, like, I don't know. I feel like if you keep up with meta or just no characters, like, I'm like, listen, Lucas is damn good. And Lucas is better than Ness, but Ness is still a really good character.
Yeah, Lucas has really good zoning tools as well, especially with that tether that he mixes in and stuff. But yeah, I guess that we'll cap it off on that for character discussion. My final shout-outs, I'm going to try to pick up. So Panda was actually just here, but shout-outs to...
I'll say shout-outs to Panda for...
Yeah, our executive producer, he's always here week in, week out, holding it down for the cave stream.
Always improving the stream.
I had some nice conversations with him earlier today, too. As I said, me and West Tower have so many things in the bank that you guys aren't even ready for. oh my god, like we are only on like the 10% loading screen right now of like the things that are going to happen in the next. Shout out to Matador too. Matador can get the shout outs as well.
Also, he had a really good week.
He had a good week, traveling a lot. I mean, this is summertime Matador too, so we're gonna see a lot more of him as well. But yeah, I love seeing Matadors, especially representing in these top 8 brackets as well, and just I don't know.
Him and Iota showing Warrior can do some things.
For sure, and I think Matador and Minix are great representatives of New Nova.
Yeah.
I don't know, putting like kind of their GMU scene on the map as well as Rags. Shout out to Rags for being in the chat as well. But yeah, so shout outs to Panda though. We're gonna get some more overlays. We're gonna get a lot more just different things. We're gonna have places where you can find us, and you're gonna be finding us more. Some Xanadu carpools, so you can see us on VGBC.
Also some to JTS too.
JTS, I'm going to hook up with Vanilla and make sure that we can get out there. I mean, you'll see us at TGS, but WesTweli is about to take over everything in 2017.
So a lot of things in the pipelines.
For sure. Oh, man.
Father
Iota is telling you to shut up and chat. But anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for chilling in. Runback episode 2, super sick, twice as better as the first time already. Thank you for Wes Howard for joining me on. Thank you for everyone in the chat. Shout out to Double C. This show has been executive produced by Double C, Jeb, and Panda as well. It has been powered by the Cave Gaming. Cave Gaming, as I said, I'm gonna do whatever I can to promote their stream because they have done so much in promoting us. Events you can see us next at. You're going to see us at Tweli Saga this Sunday. Tune into RVA Forge. You're gonna see us there. We're going to be keeping it locked. You're going to see Iota. You're going to see everybody. After that, you are going to see us at the just like final Sage Mantis Vikings funeral.
Yeah.
It'll be lit. Screw
it's
that
gonna
venue.
Be at Double C stream if you see him in the chat.
Yeah, at Double C72. You follow the kid for sure. But you already are because you're a homie. And then finally, as I said, the big announcement, in case you missed it earlier, WesTweli taking over the Arcadian top 8. Thank you, Tant.
Thank you for you guys. For supporting us,
like for sure.
Because without you guys, we wouldn't be here.
We are so appreciative of that. But as I said, signing off. This has been Super Tweli. Follow the kid at Super Tweli. Follow West Tower at West Tower, and follow the stream for sure if you haven't already.
And come here next week. Like the stream for the cave starts at 7:30. We do dubs. Then we do singles. Right after singles bracket, we go straight into the run back after a 5-minute intermission.
Yep. So you'll see us again next week, holding it down consistent week after week. So thank you guys so much. See you on episode 3, y'all.
Peace
it's
out,
been
guys.
real.